Hey folks, in today's video we're diving into the world of atmospheric effects in Unreal Engine. I'll show you how to create a beautiful, hazy, light rainy environment using the Ultra Dynamic Sky and Ultra Dynamic Weather plugins. If you're looking to add a moody, soft rain effect to your scene, stick around. This tutorial will guide you through all the settings you need to get that perfect rainy day vibe. So let's jump right in. But before we dive into creating that perfect hazy, rainy vibe, I want to highlight a fantastic plugin that will take our fog and atmosphere to the next level. I mean screen space fog scattering. You can grab it from Fab, Epic Games, New Marketplace, and it really enhances the depth and realism of foggy environments, making those hazy, rainy scenes even more immersive. So let's start from scratch, and I'm gonna delete both Ultra Dynamic Weather and Ultra Dynamic Sky plugins, and let's bring them back by dragging them from Content Browser to my scene. And I'm gonna start with some basic parameters with Ultra Dynamic Weather. And the first one is cloud coverage, which controls the amount of cloud cover in the sky, setting the overall mood from clear to overcast. And let's set it to something like 6.7. And the second parameter is the rain, which adjusts the intensity of rainfall in the scene from a light drizzle to a heavy drawn power. And I'm gonna set it to 2.5. And then we have the fog, but before that, let's clear the air. The main difference between fog in Ultra Dynamic Weather and Ultra Dynamic Sky is that Ultra Dynamic Weather's fog is more dynamic and responsive to real-time weather changes like rain or snow, while Ultra Dynamic Sky's fog primarily enhances the sky's atmosphere and overall lighting without directly responding to the weather. So I'm gonna set it somewhere between 8 to 9, and after that we have material wetness, which simulates the wet surface effect on materials, making surfaces appear soaked or damp after rain for a more realistic post-rain environment. Alright, now that we've got our atmospheric fog set up, let's make our environment look realistically damp and soaked from the rain. And to add that wet look to surface, I will show you a quick trick in the material editor. All you need to do is to add a wet material surface node. And after that, as you can see, I've just connected the base color to base color input, the roughness to its relative, and the normal, as you can see, just like the previous ones, to the normal input. And then just connect the outputs to the relative final material node. And then let's apply and save the material. And let's just go back to the scene. And that's all you need to do to add that wetness and soaked effect to your static meshes. And you can control it from this slider over here. So I'm gonna put it something like 0.5 or 6 would be okay. And guys, that's all for Ultra Dynamic Weather. Let's just keep it simple and go to Ultra Dynamic Sky, which is right here. And the first thing that I'm gonna tweak on is time of the day, which controls the simulation of the sun's position and color based on the selected time, affecting overall lighting and shadows in the scene. And then I'm gonna set the project mode to cinematic, which enables features optimized for cinematic production, including enhanced lighting and post-processing effects for high-quality visuals. And then we have fog, which allows us to adjust the overall presence and density of fog in the environment, creating a sense of depth and atmosphere. And I'm gonna set the fog amount somewhere between 7 to 8. And let's scroll down and continue. These are cloud related parameters. Let's expand the simulation tab and check simulate real sun. And these longitude and latitude parameters allows us to put the sun wherever we want in the sky. And you are the author of your scene. Just play with these two parameters and see what works better for you. For me, this is kind of okay, but let me see a little bit more. Yeah. It's okay. So let's move on and continue. And here we reach to the fog color category. And the first parameter is fog color intensity, which determines the strength of the fog color. And I'm gonna set it to something like 0.9, and then we have fog overcast brightness, which controls the brightness of the fog under overcast conditions, just like what we have in the scene, influencing the visibility and overall ambience in cloudy weather. So let's go to the next category, which is fog density. And the first parameter I'm gonna tweak on is base fog density, which sets the fundamental thickness to the fog layer in the scene, impacting how obscured objects appear. And then we have foggy density contribution, adjusts how much additional fog density is contributed from specific sources or parameters, helping to refine the fog effect, okay? And as you can see, I just increased the density to 0.04 and the contribution to 0.11. And then here we reach to the volumetric fog, which is gonna do the magic that we were looking for. So I'm going to tweak on volumetric fog extinction, which determines how light is absorbed by the fog, affecting visibility and the dramatic impact of light beams in foggy conditions. And I'm gonna set it to something between 2 and 2.5. And after that, I'm gonna tweak on volumetric fog albedo, which sets the reflectiveness of the volumetric fog, influencing how light scatters within the fog and the overall appearance. And I'm going to add a greeny vibe to it. And then let's check the render global volumetric material, which enables or disables the rendering of global volumetric effect in the scene, which can enhance the overall atmosphere and realism. And now that we're done with all the parameters of ultradynamic sky, let's see the difference that screen space fog scattering brings to the table by using the r.ssfs command and set it to 0 and 1. We can quickly enable or disable this plugin. With it enabled, you will notice how the fog gains extra depth and realism, enhancing the light scattering effect, especially in hazy or rainy scenes. And that's it, folks. I hope this quick dive into creating a hazy, rainy atmosphere using ultradynamic sky and ultradynamic weather and the screen space fog scattering plugin was helpful. With just a few tweaks, you can add a whole new level of depth and realism to your scene. If you found this useful, don't forget to like and subscribe for more tips on creating cinematic environments in Unreal Engine. And as always, feel free to drop your questions or suggestions in the comments. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.